The rubber match is upon us here at Vince Gannis Stadium just before Game 3, catching up with pitching coach Jeffrey Brown. First year here, Jeff. I know that you used to pitch in the minor leagues with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Take the fans through that experience, being able to pitch at the highest level, and maybe your favorite moment from your playing career.
Man, it was a blast overall. Like pitching, that was the dream as a kid, to pitch in professional baseball and have a chance to make the big leagues. And probably one of my favorite moments was, I think it was like low A in Midland, Michigan, Great Lakes Loons, clinching a playoff spot and being able to kind of be the guy on the mound to do that and get dogpiled on and and be able to kind of celebrate in the clubhouse with some champagne and that fun stuff. So, but yeah, that's probably one of my favorite moments in pro ball. That's what I got for that.
And then as far as coaching goes, have you always known that you wanted to stay in baseball after your playing career and pursue coaching, or is that something you just now have found?
No, yeah, coaching was, I always thought of myself as, a good teacher and being good with kids. Obviously, working with college guys now, but, coaching was always something I wanted to do and stay in baseball. It's always been a passion of mine, and, this game has given me so much. So, that was kind of one of the things when my career was starting to kind of come to an end. Like, I wanted to give back and be able to, give my information to these young guys, especially these college guys. A lot of them want to, have aspirations of pitching in professional baseball and making the big leagues, and just being able to give that, information and knowledge back to these guys to see the game grow. Like that's all I've ever wanted to do.
And how has it been now in your first year as a pitching coach, heading this staff and seeing the success right away?
It's been fun. It's cool to see the guys kind of buy in and trust me with their careers a little bit, and they've all done a really good job of just asking questions, and they've also bought into the some of the conditioning stuff that I've thrown at them, because overall, like that's what you do in professional baseball. Like, we get here early, we get our throwing program in, and then you get your conditioning out of the way, get ready for BP, and then it's game time. And they've really responded to that well. And obviously, we've seen some early success with the pitching staff. My whole thing is like, hey man, attack these guys, attack hitters, put them in swing mode, and you've kind of seen that a little bit early on.
And then yesterday, Eric Pajunas picked up his second win of the young season. Him in particular, he's been one of the headliners of this staff. What did you see from him yesterday? You guys were riding a 3-game losing streak, but to help this team get right back on track.
Man, he's got a fun personality. He's a leader at heart, and he loves to be that guy. He's kind of have that football spirit. I know he was a former football player, so he's got that kind of energy to him. And overall, last night we just saw he was attacking early, and that was something we talked as a pitching staff. Was like, hey man, when we get ahead, like, teams struggle against us, and and I think that's just baseball in general with pitching. But like, he was getting ahead early, and then when he wasn't getting ahead, he was able to locate better and make pitches when we needed to. And he minimized when he needed to, and he really had both his breaking balls going, which I think we had 13 Ks last night. He had 8 of them, and he had that thing really going last night, and that's his success from last night.
The staff has obviously been marvelous so far, but do you have any goals for this team moving forward?
Honestly, keep doing what we're doing. Try to keep the game simple, because it really can be. I know us as human beings, we tend to overthink some things, and we do that a lot on the baseball field. So it's just being able to try to keep it simple, attack the hitters, get ahead. Something we've talked about is it's a race to 2 strikes, and I want to see those guys continue to do that. Goal wise, I think as a team, obviously we want to win a championship, get to the playoffs. As a pitching staff, I think it's try to lead the league in most of the heavy categories, Ks, ERA, WHIP, some of those things. But we got to keep doing what we're doing like we did last night, and I think that'll happen.
I know as well you have a lot of fun stuff coming up as far as pitching coach goes. You have the thing starting tomorrow with the kids and everything. Do you want to take the fans maybe through that experience that their kids could be a part of?
Yeah, obviously we're starting with younger kids, but with the pitching and hitting camp, a lot of it's just a lot of fundamentals, a lot of fun stuff, teaching them, a throwing program, how to prepare your arm to get ready to throw. On the hitting side, Coach Allen, he's a guru when it comes to hitting. Like he keeps it simple, but like he gets these guys rocking with the hitting and keeps it fun. He's a character as well. But so you got two guys that are high energy that like to have fun, and on the pitching side, it's with the younger guys, it's just about like keeping it simple, being able to play catch the right way, and then all of it, and then overall try to teach them how to take care of their arms, because I think that's a big thing. As we've seen with younger arms lately, have a lot of injuries have happened, and my career, like I'm lucky I didn't have any surgeries. I think that was a testament to me really trying to take care of my body, take care of my arm, and just teaching those ways at a young age for these guys.
Well, thank you so much for your insight, Geoff, and your insightful information. Keep an eye out for the camps on those Mondays and the Elks tonight, going for the series against the Knights. First pitch at 5:05. We'll see you all then.